Happening today, the president making another trip to the Valley because he was in Los Angeles and he did some fundraisers, and then he went on to be on the Jimmy Kimmel Show.
Right.
So now on the way back, he's going to stop off at the Phoenix VA Hospital. Now, the hospital that was at the center of the scandal involving the treatment of veterans, as we all know. And we're going to continue our coverage with Anita Roman, who looks like she just stepped out of the Madison Street jail with... Don't do that. Don't do any livers in front of the jail this morning. They might think you walked out without permission.
This is a really serious story, Rick, and you're making me laugh.
Well, I don't know if it's that serious.
We'll talk about my coat in the 9 o'clock hour when I'm on a feature. How's that?
Okay, sounds good.
All right. So it was about a year ago that all of this started to come to light. Whistleblower letting everyone know that there is a secret waiting list here at the VA Medical Center in Phoenix, located 7th Street and Indian School, really putting this particular center and as well as the treatment of veterans in the national spotlight. Basically, allegations of a secret waiting list which concealed chronic delays in getting veterans medical care. A lot of veterans dying as a result, and many believe that it was that secret waiting list that led to that. So obviously, a lot of action, a lot of people started coming forward, including Concerned Veterans of America. Matt Kenney is from that group, joining us live this morning. Very upset last time when President Obama was actually in town in January, just a couple months after all of this news broke, did not stop by the VA Medical Center.
Yeah, you know, at first when he stopped by in January, we thought that, you know, maybe his schedule just wasn't released, or that there was just some sort of mistake, that he would actually be and not be stopping by the VA. But as a lot of people saw, his motorcade went right by the Phoenix VA. There's a great shot of a disabled veteran, waiting there for care, presumably as the president drives by. And it really frustrated a lot of veterans to see that.
Before we move forward with more questions, for those who aren't aware, tell us about your organization and what you guys do.
Concerned Veterans for America works on national policies. So one of the things that we worked on last year was the Veterans Accountability and Choice Act and supporting that. The problem is that it's only temporary, and it's not big enough change. So what we came together to do this year with some of our legislators in the Senate was to come up with the Veterans Independence Act. Now that provides long-term, not incremental, but big picture changes to VA care, which should help veterans.
All right. So let's fast forward today. I would imagine a sense of relief that the president is coming here. You're a veteran yourself, and you said earlier the one thing you really would like is for President Obama to talk to the veterans themselves.
Yeah. So, one, we think it's good that the president's here. Obviously, we were disappointed when he didn't stop by before, and it's sad that it took him this long to come and visit the veterans, especially with the controversy that was surrounding it and the harm that it did to a lot of veterans and their families. But that being said, now that he is here, I'd like him to take the time to talk to the veterans, because what he'll see is that veterans are frustrated and they're confused. They don't understand why they have this Veterans Choice Card, but they can't go get medical care at just a private medical facility, that they still have to wait longer wait times. I mean, we surveyed veterans, and over a third of them still think that they are going too far of a distance to get care from the VA. So, I mean, if he spoke with them and he realized is being done by not having larger reforms, then this may become a priority of his.
All right, thanks so much for the information and your time. His agenda has not been released by the White House, but it is being reported that President Obama will possibly talk to hospital administrators here at the VA Center, possibly take part in a round-table discussion with the veterans. As you can see behind me, preparations already underway on 7th Street. Barricades are being put up in anticipation of this visit. We will, of course, continue our coverage throughout the morning. Back to you.
Okay, Anita.